Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. It's so good to see you. I hope you are well, feeling loved, safe, and protected. It's been a long day, so excuse my appearance. I had a long day at work today, but a good day. They told me I can't go to bed until I deliver a message. So this is a late night message, okay, you guys? The energy feels very thick. It feels, as I was getting ready, a card fell out about Uranus, which is about a seismic shift, a big change happening, something unexpected. So I don't know what this is. They're leading me to start tonight with an angel prayer. Okay. I don't know if I said hi to, welcome to those returning, welcome to those who are new. It's amazing to have you. I don't remember. But it is. If you're new, please don't hesitate to hit the like button, to subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment, okay? I love to connect with you guys. So let's dive in. Ring the bell. Thank you. And let's see what angel prayer. Detoxification. So we're looking like we're getting rid of something, right? But here we go. Thank you, Raphael and healing angels, for supporting me as I release what no longer serves my purpose and my body. I take this conscious decision to fill my whole being with healthy energy. I am safe. I am strong. Beautiful. So I don't know if you're being called to release something. I don't know if somebody on your mind may be called to release something, but to fill your being with healthy energy. You are safe. You are strong. There's been again today. Oh, and this is Angel Prayers by Kyle Gray. Love this book. No, I don't make anything off of, mentioning it to you, but I think that everybody needs it. The energy is very different today. My cats have been all around. And they typically do that when there is manipulation in the air, okay? As I close my eyes, all I can see is red. It's a very interesting, red is the root chakra. Red is about security, stability. It can be finances. It's your basic human needs, okay? So, I just got a big huff there. So, anywho, we're going to dive in. We're going to see, where do they want to go? Where are they leading us? What message needs to be delivered tonight, before I'm allowed to go to bed? So here we are. I'm going to start here. They had me pull a few decks that seem interesting. Second house, red, finances, right? This is the house of value and material, right? This is your focus on material and physical possessions, finances, but this is also your self-worth and how you value yourself. A person's heart plans his way, but the Lord determines his steps, so let's see where this is going. We've got some energetic cords here. Okay. Soul family. Some kind of spiritual connection. This is about support. Maybe this is past life connections. Maybe there is a shared purpose or mission with somebody. Let's see. Lots of orange, that's sacral. So passions, lots of heart. This is green. You have blue, which is about that throat chakra. So something needs to be expressed. Throat chakra. I don't like where this is going, but let's find out. So you have throat chakra. This is communication. This is some kind of expression. Temperance. I said earlier about manipulation in the air. Somebody could be speaking some kind of manipulation, right? She's like making her hocus pocus potions over here, throwing a little glitter on it. Now temperance can be about finding balance. Temperance can be about continuing to have hope, right? Let's find out. I just saw the evil eye. There's a tower here. Major change. This can be changed. This is unexpected change. This is chaos. This is transformation. This is a hard truth or a warning, okay? Oh, that just spun around. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, okay? I mean, maybe somebody isn't choosing to go where they are being led. Maybe somebody is ultimately not choosing what is being shown to them, okay? With this in reverse, like I'm looking at this and there's like all these flowers, there's all this life, there's all this new growth, but this is somebody who's choosing to make changes, right? But you're going to lose all of that growth when you choose to go against what it is you're actually supposed to be doing, right? If a horse doesn't drink water, what happens to it? First house. This can be expression. This is the house of self. This is how you identify. This is, your approach to a situation. It looks like somebody is choosing to go within. We have the Hermit. Okay. This is introspection. This is somebody who may be going within to try and find guidance. Like, how do I approach a situation that looks hopeless with this, lead a horse to water? But there's a tower here. There could be somebody from your past, right? With this throat chakra and temperance. Maybe somebody is thinking about this. The energy is weird. I'm not even gonna lie. Okay, so where do you want to go? Where you want to go? Yeah, I thought so. Let's talk to Intuitive Kev has this amazing deck. It's the Kipperish deck, okay? Let's talk about this soul family. Let's find out. What do they want to tell us about this soul family? That word warning is really sticking out to me. So we have a fallen divine masculine, or somebody who wanted to come across as a divine masculine but isn't, okay? So this could be this person, someone from your past, someone who you feel that there is or felt that there was some kind of spiritual connection. Maybe this person was your divine but chose the wrong path, okay? Let's find out. Another one for divine masculine. But I talk about manipulation. Someone has been trying to pull strings, but this is in the reverse. So whatever manipulations have been done, either they didn't work on you or they're going back. Okay, so there could be a divine masculine. Why does my throat want to close? There could be a divine masculine who was trying to do manipulations. I'm looking at this 48, right? That's 12. 12 is spiritual, right? 12 is endings, Pisces energy, right? So there's a lot of emotion there. What are they doing? What's this throat chakra and temperance? There's something about you. They wanted to bother you, but it's like they wanted to send you things and you're bothered. What is this? Abundance in the upright. Imprisonment. Somebody could be in their head, right? 2 + 9, that's 11. And this could be a past friend. This could be a group, right? There's social dynamics. That's the 11th house. Community, right? There's something about an abundance and bothering somebody. Can you tell me one more? You're sitting in the energy of bliss. 4 plus 5, that's 9. The 9th house. This is you letting go of limiting beliefs, seeing things from a higher perspective. So there's something that has been said. There is something that has been done that meant they wanted to bother you. Okay, they wanted you bothered, but you're coming in. They wanted to bother you because this is unbothered in the reverse. It has to do with some kind of abundance, some kind of finance, right? But you're coming in as blissful. So, but this has somebody, like, I don't know if they wanted you mentally imprisoned or trapped, feeling trapped, right? They wanted you bothered. Has something to do with money. Let's find out about this tower. Got some flying monkeys. Yeah. Maybe with a mature woman. With it in the reverse, I want to say it's somebody that's probably very immature in how they act, right? There's something here. There's flying monkeys. This could be like gang stalking, people that are constantly watching, people that are, flying around all the time. Whoever this person is losing money. This is rich girl in reverse. This person is losing money, and maybe this is this sudden change. Maybe this is this tower. There's some kind of warning or some kind of hard truth. Yeah, somebody's getting a message. I do feel like it has something, pentacles. This is something, with abundance. This is something with money. This is something with tangible. I saw red, that root chakra. There's something about like a health concern, but there isn't one. Maybe somebody wanted you to come across. I'm thinking more mentally unwell, and you have a nice guy here. So maybe there's some kind of collaboration between a nice guy and this girl in reverse that's losing money. So you have like a high priest energy. You have some kind of religious authority, or somebody could be like a high priestess, but a high priest, right? Spiritual. Now this person, there's unexpected money in reverse. They expected some kind of money by turning against what they were supposed to do, what they're here to do. This soul connection. This could be this divine masculine in the reverse. This could be this divine. I'm feeling like it is. There was something that they're meant to do and they chose not to do it. So they were expecting some kind of financial gain from something. That's so funny. All as I was setting up for this, evil eye in reverse, something's going back to this person. So, evil eye, it can be alchemy. It can be energetic manipulation. There it goes. My eye has been twitching all night. So there's somebody who has a deep envy, a deep jealousy. They could be vocalizing it, or they could be, I just heard chanting. So I don't know, somebody could be chanting. But they're sending that energy of jealousy, that energy of envy towards somebody, but it's gone back. What's this first house? Maybe you're figuring out who this group is. I did say something about a group over here. This first house is the identity. Maybe you're finding out who this group is. What is this? Karmic Femme and Friends. What about this? And I'm gonna switch decks. Yeah. Jealousy and envy. There's a group that's, and you know who this is. Listen to your intuition. Look at, we have Leo. Leo might be significant. You know who this group is. They do not have good thoughts about you. Bless it. That's why we started with the angels. If you feel the energy, here's what I'm going to say about energy, right? Especially if you are an empath, if you're an energy healer, if you're a light worker, if you are somebody who is trying to bring positive to the world, right? What I'm going to say to you is you're very susceptible to feeling the energy that is being projected towards you, okay? So chances are you're sitting, okay, I'll tell you in a minute, and then I'll move on. But chances are you're sitting in a very high vibration. And when you do that, it does attract a lot of low vibrational things, right? We have to learn what is our energy and what is a projection. So if you all of a sudden go from bliss to this, like side-eyeing, feeling weird, it's not your energy, it's somebody else's. And you know, with this first house, you know who this is or who these people are. I don't know if this tower and like message is like, people have gotten a message that there's a warning here, right? There's a warning. They have, and it's like 7. So this could be partners. Maybe these are past partners, past friends. You know, the 7th house is of partnerships. So friends, business, lovers. My light just flickered. And 7 is Libra, is the ruler of the 7th house, which is the scales. So perhaps whatever this was, whatever this is, things are going to be balanced. Okay, so here we go. So you are sitting in this energy of calm, peace, tranquility, right? When you're in the energy of calm, your mind is able to create things. Your mind, it has something to do with your mind. You're able, maybe in your mind, you're able to find that peace, that calm, while other people, you know, wanted you overloaded because that's what they're feeling. Again, it's that projection, right? Yeah, somebody tried to take something from you. These people are incredibly stubborn. Okay, 7 and 7, what is that, 14? 5. These people are stubborn. They refuse to change. 5s are about change. These people refuse to change. Okay? There's arrogance here. There's pride. You know, these are people that refuse to listen to this warning. Again, this could be people that you considered family, or this could be a group. It has something to do, I'm looking at the word home. There's bond as well. So again, I feel like maybe you called, because we have spiritual connection, soul family. You called these people, soul families, soul sisters, or, like a spiritual tribe. Like you felt like you found your tribe, when in fact, this was manipulation. 10. So this group, this family, this soul tribe, this is 10, right? 4 and 6. They're very interested in the direction you were going. 10th house, money, abundance, where you're going, your career. Let me look at this. Okay, this looks terrible. You have somebody who you thought was a somebody who was loyal, right? This is a loyal friend, an alliance. Somebody wants to apologize. They may be ill, or maybe they wanted you ill. Okay? There's something, maybe they're mentally unwell, right? There's an illness here. Or this is somebody who is weak. This is somebody who, there's guilt here over an illness. Or there's guilt here. And this is somebody that you called a friend. There's karma here too with that 8. Your self-love, how you are sitting in that peaceful energy, is bringing in this Tower. When you were meant to be bothered, when you were meant to, you know, you were meant to be mentally entrapped, right, with that imprisonment, you found love. You found independence. You found a way to heal yourself, right? And this is part of what's bringing in this Tower. Yeah, you're coming in with this unconditional love. I'm telling you, love is what's bringing in this Tower. You loving yourself, you taking care of yourself, you coming to life with a very pure energy is what's bringing in this Tower. And there are people that, you know, want to come in, they want to reconcile, they have reconciliation. 33, they want your forgiveness. They want forgiveness. 33, master number, Jesus, right? Unconditional love and forgiveness. Someone wants to speak something with this blue. This is someone that maybe feels like they have some kind of soul contract with you, because I'm looking at that word agreement. Okay. One more and then I'm going to move on. Okay. Ooh, honey. I'm telling you, this is the second time we're getting this out. Okay, so somebody feels trapped. Could be an online community. There could be a whole community getting confined. This talks about online. This talks about privacy. This talks about separation. Something's being illuminated. Again, 6-6, that's 12, okay? That's the 12th house, that's spiritual, but this is also endings, confinement. 11, that's group energy. Somebody feels trapped, maybe by the group that they were with or what they've done online. They breached somebody's privacy. Okay, let's talk about this. Somebody strategized. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Somebody chose not to drink, and they strategized. They started playing games. This is where you have this high priest, evil eye, unexpected money. This evil eye is going back. Somebody expected money. This is why they strategized. I don't know. We have confinement, we have jail, we have imprisonment, whatever. I don't know if this is being looked into. There's proof somewhere. Or there's an investigation. If this isn't on this, I just heard the word judgment. If this isn't on in the 3D, this is spiritual. Everything that is done is seen. There's proof, you know, there are spiritual records. Like, whatever was done in the dark will come to light. There is 5, again, 5s, 10, a path that was chosen, whatever, you know, the direction, it was seen. I'm gonna get one more, then we'll move. Yeah. Somebody tried to trap somebody, or by not choosing the path. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. By not choosing your path, by going against your path, your purpose, it traps somebody. I cannot stop twitching. Like, evil eye. Go on back. What's his first house? Somebody tried to bind somebody. This is a group. They tried to bind somebody. Somebody wanted a spiritual contract. Somebody wanted to cause obstruction. Somebody wanted to bind somebody spiritually. Oh, that shot right out. Aid. Are they going to reach out for help? Or did they look at you and act like they were, giving you a helping hand? Oh, I thought you might want, acting like they were showing you mercy, acting like they cared, But in turn, this was false because somebody wanted to bind you. Somebody wanted you. Honey. 7. I'm telling you, somebody wanted to force like a partnership, like an energetic partnership. You're gonna have to cut cords here, 100%. This is, dreams, illusions. This is an illusion. This help was an illusion. What's on the bottom? Funny thing is, honey, you still sleeping pretty, okay? You're very comfortable, and I think ultimately this person wanted to play you like a friggin' puppet, okay? You have somebody that wanted to play you like a puppet, but you ultimately are sitting in this comfortable energy. There's sweet dreams here. They can't play you. It's your vibe. Your vibe is eternal love, right? You sit in this energy of wish, of hope. You pray. Ooh, that light's flickering. And that is how you triumph. That's how you got away from this freaking madness from the past. Okay? So continue to sit calm. Continue to sit pretty. Okay, so let's, somebody wanted to bind you. I'm telling you, they wanted conflict for you, but you have blessings. This is the money that's coming, or the abundance, happiness, wealth, health, joy, laughter, whatever it is, right? This is what's coming for you. Sorry, I'm going to put them into my mouth. I forgot my gum. What did I say? Binding rituals. Practices designed to trap or bind a person's energy, preventing them from moving forward or achieving their potential. You didn't fall for this trap. This is somebody who wanted to play you for a puppet. Okay? You did not fall for this trap. Dark divination rituals. They're checking up on you. They curse their generational line. So you have somebody overusing divination. They're pressing their energy into yours by manipulating things. They could be doing tarot runes, those kinds of things, but it's more for manipulation and control. They're looking into you, but as a way to try and control your future. Okay. And that's I always tell people like, hey, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a mind reader. I read the energy. Okay. And energy can shift from one thing to another in an instant. This light is going crazy. You have to realize, like, this, by pushing into people's energies, to use it against them, like, That's not okay, right? And as somebody who reads energy, and I get a lot of questions about other people, I always have to ask if I can and what they will allow. I'm not going to cross boundaries if people are not giving permission, right? So the thing is this person, by doing this dark divination, they're cursing, cycles to come. So somebody really believes that curses, negative energy, can be passed down through generations, causing a cycle of misfortune or trauma that repeats over time. That's what these people are living in, because they misuse energy, right? So like I said with the temperance card, okay, listen, occult traps. When I tell you there's a trap, there was a trap here, and they messed with your mind. Look, I cannot stop twitching. So, spiritual or magical rituals that create traps, ensnaring a person in difficult situations or psychic conflict. I've told you a little bit about my gang stalking, right? And this is like occult groups, covens, those kinds of things. They use that because it wears you down. It breaks you down. It breaks your mind down, It puts you in a situation where you're conflicted all the time. You don't know, are people watching me? Is my phone being tapped? What's happening? What's going on? So they entrap you. And oftentimes, I know, for me, I'm a very, people prey on people that are kind. People prey on people who are of the light, but also, like, I have a very difficult lifestyle. So people will look at my lifestyle and think I'm an easy target, right? And they also, they want you to do things against your will and against your nature by wearing you down. So this is somebody who likes to kind of put thoughts in your mind, manipulation, causing them to act against their will or their nature. Ultimately, what a lot of groups want for these gang stalking is for people to unalive themselves, take themselves out, right? Especially if they're working for darker things. Oh God, there's that binding ritual again. If they're working with darker things, those darker entities don't want light in the world. So you better believe there is a lot more of a spiritual battle out here than people care to realize. Okay? Now this binding ritual that keeps coming in. Practices designed to trap or bind a person's energy, preventing them from moving forward or achieving their potential. I'm telling you, that's what that trap was, okay? This person could have some spiritual attachments. There could have been voodoo. There's definitely unresolved, karma here. Graveyard. They allowed their dark shadow to take over, and, there's something with they bound themselves to a dark energy, and that's the thing, is you have to be very careful with your vibration. You have to, oh God, they just moved this, hold on. This person, there's an invisible curse here. Curses or energies cast without the person's awareness, causing ongoing misfortune and distress. So this is what I'm going to say to you, okay? If you have had things happening in your life, sit in a high vibration, okay? We work on our vibration and our thought patterns. We own our thoughts, okay? Not other people, not people trying to manipulate them. We own our thoughts. And this could also be why when I sat down and I saw red, this is somebody, maybe this is you. You're stepping into your security. You are stable. You are safe. You are secure. Your basic human needs will be met. And we have to 100% believe that, especially when there are dark forces at play. I just thought 34. So please know, if you have been subject to this kind of manipulation or these kinds of situations, we have to choose to step into a higher vibration. We're not confirmation where none of this can affect you to the point that they want it to, right? Curses and, you know, all the psychic attacks and all of these like overuse of divination and, you know, using what they're seeing, what they're hearing as like some kind of like, oh, this is what's happening. The funny thing is, you know, we if you're doing this correctly, we give spiritual guidance, right? We're not here to be fortune tellers. We're not here to do things in that manner. We're here, if you're here doing this for the right reasons, you're here to spiritually guide. You're here to help, right? I'm not here to tell you whoever's dirt. I'm here to help you in the position that you're in right now with guidance from your higher self, from the angels, from God, from the universe, right? That is going to help you. I'm not here to dig up mess, right? Now, obviously with these messages, I mean, this is messy, but this is the energy that is out there right now. Whose story this is, I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, in order for you to overcome this darkness, it is very important for you to sit in the energy of love, forgiveness, self-love, you know, that kind of thing. Sit in calm. When your mind is calm, you can see clarity. Okay, and that's where it's so important. They're leading me over here, and then I gotta wrap this up. I know it's too long, right? You, my friend, are winning. Okay, you are winning, and there's money here. I'm telling you, if you have gone through some periods of things where it has been difficult, hang in there, okay? You have winning. You have things coming towards you. Yeah, there's definitely been a community that's been working against you. You know, or you're going to find your community. We'll find out. I'm going to get some tarot after this. There are people that, again, you have Mercury. It's like this community could have wanted to affect your throat chakra, how you think, right? There's a lot of mental manipulation, and Mercury energy, this is your thoughts, this is your mind, this is how you speak, right? And we have to be very, very aware of how we speak to ourselves, how we, what we are thinking, what we fill our mind with. You have pride here, okay? Somebody, and this is falling with Tower. What's that saying? There's pride before the fall. There's pride before the fall. There's about to be a fall. There is a sudden change that's coming. People were very prideful. People were in their ego. Pride before the fall. Something may have happened in October, or October may be very significant. Maybe you're born in October. Somebody is born in October. There's a significant date in October. There could be somebody who wants to return home. I'm going to pull a card on that one. It may be a risk. I feel funny about the past. That could just be me. I'm just saying. I just saw self nodes. So there's something about your gifts, okay? Or there's a gift that's coming. Be aware, though. There are obstacles here. Okay, conflict, obstacles, you know. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see. We have, you know, you have been working so hard. And I feel like, one, this is not just financial, right? This is like, Pentacles to me, like I always tell everybody, like it's money, but it's also energy, right? So you have been working so hard on yourself, on your energy, on your stability. You know, this is definitely, you know, that root chakra, grounding yourself, finding the patience with yourself, really making slow progress here. This Seven of Pentacles is about reward for the work that you have put in. Page of Pentacles, I mean, this is, you know, definitely opportunity, things that you're trying to manifest, right? This is like you have really worked consistently. You have done things faithfully, right? It's like I am open and eager to learn new skills and take on new opportunities. That's where you have been working so hard. These new opportunities, this manifestation that you have been really wanting is coming towards you, or feels like it, right? You better believe it, honey. Something's coming in fast, coming in hot. This is very quick movement. Okay, I don't know. This can also be a very sudden change. Okay, energetically, there's a change in the. There's a change in the air. Again, Tower. Wish come true. This tower, the first tower, is something falling, crumbling. This tower, to me, you have released people, places, things, situations that were not for your greatest and highest good, okay? You have kind of embraced the change, the upheaval in your life, and you chose to sit in the attitude of gratitude. This is a gorgeous energy, right? What better way to raise your vibration when there's constant chaos? You sit in the attitude of gratitude. And what do you think is going to bring this wish come true in for you? This happiness, this contentment, this success, that attitude. So you have somebody who thought they were very confident. Somebody who wanted to control. Somebody who's now sitting in the energy of anxiety. Somebody who is, this person's up at night. This person can't sleep, you know. I just saw that dream card again. This person can't sleep, you know. They tried to control, they were very confident. They tried to control something, but ultimately this leads to an end. Okay. Could be a King of Wands energy that was kind of foolish. You know, they looked ahead. They looked at something, right? Now they're heavily burdened. And what I said, judgment earlier, justice is here. Things are going to be, I said earlier too, balanced out. This is like, you know, there's balance coming. For whatever was done, you know, there's definitely balance. The scales are here. It's time, right? Let's get one more. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to shine. It's time for you to celebrate. It's time for you to be stable, secure, living your best life. And this is coming from the divine, God, the universe, the angels. It's time for you. This is a new spiritual contract that could be coming in for you that's going to be very healing. There's money. There is generosity coming towards you because you chose to heal. Okay? This takes you out of that energy where you were confused. You were confused. You were out in the cold. You've gone through a lot of hardship. You didn't know what path to take, where to go, but you kept walking. You found a way to really, I'd say, push through and tame that beast, right? And now you're sitting in this energy of, it's your time to shine, star. It's your time to shine. You are meant to bring hope. You are meant to bring inspiration. You are meant to bring this feeling of faith and renewal to others, okay? You're meant to sit in the light. Major endings. bring huge new beginnings, right? So whatever this is, it's here. You're working on it. You're already there. Continue to have beautiful, healthy boundaries. You know, speak clearly, communicate with wisdom. This is you sitting in your true, authentic self, mastering whatever it is that you need to master in order to shine, in order to bring, light to the masses. Because ultimately, look at this. Success. People will recognize you for who you are and the light you carry. People will recognize. Ultimately, the light always wins. Okay? So please sit in that energy. Please sit in that energy. All right, let's end it with another angel prayer. Manifestation. Dear Archangel Raziel and angels of abundance, thank you for supporting me in manifesting the life I love and deserve. I know God constantly supports me and it feels absolutely amazing. I step back and allow the divine will to guide me. And so it is. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for whoever watches this. If this message resonates, please give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, right? Allow these messages to get out to who they need to. If you want personal guidance, spiritual guidance, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My information will be in the description below. If you like what you heard and you want to donate to the channel, that information is below as well. You can book readings, you can book guidance, you can book healing with me through my Hipsy link too. So thank you. I love you. I wish you so much love, light, truth, and clarity on your path. I will see you again soon. Bye.